We had really bad storms last night. It's a beautiful morning view up from the loft here with the sun coming up outside. Nice sunny day today. I went to inspect the driveway to see how it held up from the storm, and I found our missing socket that I figured that it got left on the roof of a bus, but they told me it didn't, and that it's laying on the driveway. So I think it rolled off the roof of the bus, landed on the driveway. I'm looking for that socket for about a month now. Finally found it. I just tried using the pickle fork and a hammer on that. That's about it. So now I'm gonna squeeze it up. Okay. There's the water. Not cool any of that.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna let it cool off.
It's still glowing red down there.
Yeah, it'll stop.
It feels easy right now. It's hard to get it started.
There's some laying in it.
Here, you want a rag?
No.
Watch your shoulder, because if it comes down right now, you're in a world of hurt right now.
That sounds funny. Does it keep going?
Yeah, still moving. I hope it weighs more than that.
I think this tire might be a little flat.
Yeah.
Might head this way.
Is it all the way down?
I think so.
That's 6,000 pounds?
6,100. Yeah.
Is the other tire touching the ground?
Yeah. The back one, the inside one is.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know if it's got like all the weight, but
Let's put air in this.
So we're airing the tire up. That should put more weight on the scale as the other tire comes off the ground. There's only, what'd you say, 40?
Yeah, it's like 42 pounds in it.
Yeah, he wants at 95.
I started putting air in it. About 8,100 right now. 8,200.
it's a lot of air.
Can you shine that flashlight onto the tire, the rear tire, and see if it's off the ground now? The inner dual.
No.
That air's off the ground.
Huh?
That air's off the ground. Yeah.
So it shouldn't go up any higher than that.
About 8,400 pounds.
I don't even know why he has that on there. It's not like an extent. It's probably easier to fill it without that thing. The axle nut, let me get a video of it here, is so chewed up from chisel marks on every corner that we can't even get a socket on it. just what you want in your bearings. Good news is we're pulling everything out. We're pulling it all out and cleaning it, and then repacking it. Okay, see if we can get the socket on it now, and then we can clean it up on the bench grinder.
So you give me the hammer, I can go down there.
Now I gotta get it out. See how far out of adjustment it is. Hopefully it's not too far.
Not too bad. This thing's really sharp though.
Chiseled as well?
Oh yeah.
That one shouldn't be chiseled.
Shouldn't be. Should I see this one? That is sharp.
That is a very nice, made in the USA Timken wheel bearing that just came off of the back of the bus there. No concerns there. We're just going to repack it and put it right back on. New seal. Have the hub ready to go. This is on the 4104. The nut was, the wheel bearing was very loose on it, the adjustment.
It's only about an eighth of a turn loose. The jam nut wasn't very tight at all, but it's definitely been turning that inner race against this nut.
Yeah. So this axle will get a block off plate that goes on here to keep the oil from coming out of here and going into the wheel bearings. So we have a little ring that goes on here to seal this little notch part up here. It's got a gasket on the inside, so that'll get pounded on there. And then before we put the axle shaft in, this plate will go on, and that inner part seals on there, and it rides on there, so that keeps the grease separate from the oil. Kind of a neat setup. A lot of buses have these. It's a block off plate. So we're just putting the seal holder back on there. It's a retainer that holds the seal in it, so it's a separate, you don't just pound the seal in the end. It actually screws on. There's a gasket underneath of it. And these are actually flathead screws that hold these on. So he's gonna tighten them up there and then throw a wrench on the screwdriver. Make sure it's nice and snug. That's good. That's good. Okay, so here's how the block off plate goes on. So there's a gasket underneath of it. That's metal on that side now. Gasket on there. And this will snap. There you go. It just sealed right on there. And now when the axle goes on, none of this oil can come out of here and go into there. That's sealed off with the rubber seal right there. And then a gasket here and gasket on the other side. Oil cannot get in there. It stays grease bearings, even though the axle has 80/90 in it. There's a leak in this airbag. Brand new. We just put it on. Come from that little seam right there. Can't get the focus. Where's your flashlight? Need more light and then it will focus. There we go. That's it. Brand new airbag. Tiniest little leak right there. That sucks. Mostly because this job completely sucks. I gotta do it again. All right, well, we're getting things back together here. The brake drum's on. The hub's going back together. This was missing some cones when it came in. I forgot to order them, so I got to order a couple axle cones to replace on there. That's what holds that in and tight, locks it in place. That airbag's got to come back off and get replaced. That's the one with the defective leak in it. Shocks on. We're making a new leveling arm for that. This is just going to be waiting on parts. Unfortunately, I was hoping to have those wheels on today, but I ain't not putting the wheels on now. We got to take the airbag back off and everything. Again, the front is all done here now. That new steering link is on. We just got to grease everything up. But yeah, the front end is ready to go there. So we got a little bit of work to do on this bus tomorrow, catching up. The other hub, rear left hub on here, is going to get done, and then those wheels actually, I believe we'll go back on tomorrow. That'll be nice. Still waiting on the steering knuckle and everything for this. And I think tomorrow we're going to start assembling the engine, the 8V71 that we're rebuilding. We're going to start doing the assembly on it. So we're going to go through, get all the liner kits probably put in the engine, and maybe we can get one of the heads on tomorrow. We'll see how far we get on that. But with three of us here, we should be able to just, within a few hours, get the engine assembled, liners installed, pistons and everything assembled, ready to go. So that'll be tomorrow. This bus, waiting on parts. Kingpin, unfortunately there was a 1 day in the delay of getting it shipped out to us, so we're still waiting for that. The wheels are back on this side. The hub's taken care of. We put 2 gallons. It was 2 gallons low on rear end gear lube back there, so we put some 75 140 in there. It took 2 gallons. We got the tire situation. We just took off that leaky valve extender thing. It was leaking. We tried tightening it wouldn't stop it. It just leaked no matter what, so it needs to be replaced or just left off of there. TPMS sensor was put on there, so he would have known that he had a leak on it. He just polished the rim, so maybe he banged it around a few times when he was polishing the wheels today, and that's what made it leak. But when we set it on the scale, it was just scale. Well, I knew it was inaccurate reading because the back tire was touching the ground back there. We went ahead and took the other side wheel off for him because he wants to polish that up. So we took that off, got that ready to go for him. So he's gonna work on getting that all polished up. And then other than that, yeah, we're waiting on the Kingpin, and then this bus will be ready to go. So hopefully we'll have this out of here Friday. I got 3 buses coming next week. It is a crazy, crazy week around here. So again, tomorrow, sorry for making you sick moving the camera around, but tomorrow we're gonna start assembling. All the engine parts are in this box here that we got from Diesel Pro Power. So hopefully, again, by tomorrow we'll have the engine assembled as far as the liner kits in, and maybe at least 1 head on the engine. Probably not the second head, but definitely at least, I'm hoping at least 1. So, all right, and we'll shoot video of that. Maybe have a video tomorrow night showing that.
See that white smoke rising up the holler through the trees, and from a mile away you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. If they can make it to the top, Scott will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run. Bus Grease Mountain, we're gonna get that big job done.